I just realised it's been a while since you've seen me on camera, so I thought I'd better talk to you direct, dear viewers. One of the things I learned a few years back now was when my brother Richard came to Bahrain, and we went to a beautiful restaurant called La Fontaine. And it's tucked in the heart of the city, in the old part, down some very narrow lanes. And we drove around for hours and hours trying to find it, and in the end we had to give up because we just couldn't get there. We used Google Maps. There was cranes blocking the road to get there. There was one-way streets where we didn't expect them, and so on. And my brother said to me in a kind of angry way, "Neil, why didn't you do a recce? Why didn't you check it out before you brought me here?" And I've always remembered that. And so I've applied that this Christmas. What I've been doing is I got the menu ready in August, and slowly but surely I've been trying out each dish. So today I'm making the frozen fruit salad. It's the second time that I made it. I want to make sure that I can make every dish correctly before Christmas Day, because when you've got 10 people here, you don't want to make a mess up. I've also got some other people coming to help me, like Frithi, Noel and Jovan, and Rainer's coming to do the decorations, and he'll probably help with some of the cooking as well. So I might even get them to make each dish, or the dishes that they're going to make before the special day. So that's my lesson learned for Christmas. Make sure that you have a practice before the real day. If you watched one of my earlier vlogs, where I made mango sticky rice, you will have seen this written on my recipe book. Bonga, triple sarap. Sarap in Tagalog means delicious, and bonga is like an exclamation when something is so incredible. So what got that rating, and why? Let me tell you the story. This year for Christmas, I asked the students that I sponsor and their partners to nominate one dish each that I would then cook and serve at our Christmas lunch on the 10th of December. Let's have a look at what they chose. For starters, garlic shrimp's always very popular here. A lot of fresh seafood. Chicken adobo, which is very popular, probably the most popular Filipino dish. Adobo comes in many forms, 28 different adobo recipes. Manok is chicken, baboy is pork, and this one I haven't seen before, chicken adobo with pineapple. Fried chicken, I think that's a Jollibee's lover, because that's what they serve. Lechon manok. Lechon is the pig, and manok is a version of how that's cooked. Very delicious. And I'll be honest, my contribution from the UK was roast turkey. To me, Christmas is always about turkey. What about the vegetables, the sides, and the pasta? Well, of course, there has to be rice. Filipinos can't have a meal without rice. Brussels sprouts was my choice. That's a very English vegetable to serve on Christmas Day. In fact, it's delicious all year round, but for some reason in the UK, most people only eat it at Christmas. Roast potatoes, I love. Cranberry sauce, you must have with turkey. Macaroni salad, that's a Filipino one. And sweet Pinoy spaghetti. No party in the Philippines is complete without sweet Pinoy spaghetti. And then, of course, we've got desserts and baked treats. In between each of these courses, I should point out, they're going to be doing an activity like Monito Monita, Secret Santa, or like telling a story, something they learned this year, or a party game. So this meal is going to take place over several hours. And look at what's number one. I have to be honest, it's my choice again. Frozen fruit salad. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. Ile made an easy choice, ube ice cream. I think that's probably the easiest thing I'm going to make all day. The mince pies and the Christmas cake, I'm trying to get little things to prepare for me, which is a bakery here in Palawan. And of course, I have to have my cheese and biscuits. Who's making all this food? Well, of course, your chef, Tatay Neil. So this is what the frozen fruit salad is going to look like when it's finished. I just realised it's been a while since you've seen me on camera, so I thought I'd better talk to you direct, dear viewers. One of the things I learned a few years back now was when my brother Richard came to Bahrain, and we went to a beautiful restaurant called La Fontaine. And it's tucked in the heart of the city, in the old part, down some very narrow lanes. And we drove around for hours and hours trying to find it, and in the end we had to give up because we just couldn't get there. We used Google Maps. There was cranes blocking the road to get there. there was one-way streets where we didn't expect them, and so on. And my brother said to me in a kind of angry way, "Neil, why didn't you do a recce? Why didn't you check it out before you brought me here?" And I've always remembered that. And so I've applied that this Christmas. What I've been doing is I got the menu ready in August, and slowly but surely I've been trying out each dish. So today I'm making the frozen fruit salad. It's the second time that I made it. I want to make sure that I can make every dish correctly before Christmas Day, because when you've got 10 people here, you don't want to make a mess up. I've also got some other people coming to help me, like Frithy, Noel and Jovan, and Rainer's coming to do the decorations, and he'll probably help with some of the cooking as well. So I might even get them to make each dish, or the dishes that they're going to make before the special day. So that's my lesson learned for Christmas. Make sure that you have a practice before the real day. So as you'll see from the recipe book, this frozen fruit salad is a very popular dish at parties and during the holiday seasons here in the Philippines. It's a frozen treat, and it has a lot of canned fruit, some fresh fruit in it as well, and it has a sweet, creamy sauce. Although it's a frozen fruit salad, you should thaw it for about 2 hours before serving it, otherwise it's a bit difficult to eat. I was quite amazed when I first came here to the Philippines, the amount of canned fruit that they actually use, bearing in mind that, you know, they grow here bananas, coconuts, pomelo, calamansi, and, you know, loads and loads of different fruits. So it seems to me strange that they use a lot of canned fruits, but you'll see aisle upon aisle of canned fruits in the supermarkets. So what do you need? Well, you need 4 cans. They're 450 gram cans of fruit cocktail, which is kind of, you know, mixed fruit. And then you need 2 450 cans of sliced peaches. The fresh fruit, you need 1 red apple, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which is about 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, which is optional, and then 8 whole maraschino cherries to garnish, which is also optional. But of course, you know, it's Christmas, so we're going to garnish it. And I managed to find a whole jar of maraschino cherries. So what are we going to make the sauce with? Well, we want some cream cheese, a pack of cream cheese, 220 grams, and I love cheese, 500 ml of double cream. Can you tell how many calories are in this wonderful dish? And 300 ml of sweetened condensed milk. Again, that's very popular here in the Philippines. Condensed milk and evaporated milk are used in many dishes, such as halo halo. So, what's the procedure, chef? One of the things that Chef Coco taught me is to read the small print at the bottom of the menu. So this one serves 12 to 15 Filipinos. That's probably about 8 to 10 Westerners. It takes 15 minutes to prepare, but 12 hours for draining. So it has to be, the fruit has to be drained for 12 hours. So please allow plenty of time for that. And then it takes 12 hours to freeze and 2 hours to defrost. So you need to prepare this a day or so in advance. Excuse the noise in the background. That's my alarm clock going off to tell me that my boiled eggs are ready for breakfast. The procedure, or the method as we say in the United Kingdom. So first of all, we take our 4 cans of mixed fruit, and these ones don't have self-opening lids, so we're going to use the can opener. We're going to open them, and then we're going to put them into this bowl through a sieve. We're going to drain them, and then we're going to leave them in the fridge to dry out for 12 hours. I love the way they have pictures of all these different fruits and cherries on the front of the can, and then when you open it, it's all pineapple. Apart from this one, strangely, which has got a lot of papaya in it, and peaches, I think. So we're going to pour them through the sieve now and drain off all the liquid. One of the great things I've discovered as a vlogger is that my big stomach makes this superb tripod to rest the camera on. So this is what they look like once they're drained, and you can see there's a lot of fruit here. So I'm just going to give that a little stir, and I'm going to put it in the fridge to dry out for 12 hours. I do love the little bag behind. This is what Joanna bought 7 kilograms of Chester's dog food in, and it's a season's greeting bag. I think it's the 9th of September today, 8th actually, and they start celebrating Christmas here in the Philippines on the... Next we take a lovely rosy red apple, we core it, and then we peel it. Seems strange using a red apple and then peeling it so you can't see what colour it is. And then we're going to cut it into cubes the same size as the fruit cocktail. One of the problems of using apple is that it discolors very quickly. In fact, when I cut the apple into four, and I left it for a few seconds, there was already browning of the inside part, you know, where the core was. So the way we get around this is we take one lemon and we squeeze the lemon into a bowl. And one of the things that I've kind of lost somewhere between Bahrain and Palawan, and if someone wants to know what to buy for my birthday or Christmas, this is a little tip for you, is a lemon squeezer. It's kind of like a plastic item. You put the lemon on the top, you squeeze it like this, and it keeps all the pips. I'll put a photo up. You can probably buy it on Lazada or from a good kitchen shop like The Cupboard here in Puerto Princesa. My video coach, Lewis, told me that he was late for a meeting the other day with me because he was cleaning his equipment, his camera equipment, because he was doing a photo shoot the other day. And that's one of the things I have to do after every one of these cooking sessions, because I've now got lemon juice all over the camera. So I've used my fingers, which is why I got the lemon juice on the camera, to mix the lemon juice together with the apple. And now I'm going to pour the apple in with the other fruit cocktail, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Whoops. In the UK as a child, I grew up watching a program called Blue Peter, and because of the pressures of live TV, they used to show you how to make something, and then to save time they'd come up with another one and they'd say, here's one we made earlier. So that's what I'm going to do today with my frozen fruit salad. Here is the sauce that I made earlier. After I was filming this morning, I had to go out and find some cream cheese. We couldn't find any in the two shops that we went to, Brugman and Puerto Deli. We did find some whipping cream, and we already had the condensed milk. So that's what's in here, the whipping cream, the condensed milk, and the 80 grams that I didn't eat of the cream cheese. So we whip that till it's a nice smooth consistency, and now we're going to mix it with the fruit, which has been chilling in the fridge for the last 12 hours. To the fruit, we also got the tins of peaches that Eli bought, and we've added 2 tins of peaches, which we've cut up to roughly the same size as the fruit cocktail. So now we've got the fruit cocktail, we've got the apple, and we've got the peaches. So let's mix the two together. Yep, that's right. It's my Kiss the Baker spatula, which I bought in Dubai, or in fact, J-Boy, my baker friend from the Cheesecake Factory, bought it, and I paid for it. It's really, really useful for cleaning around the side of the bowl. And here we've got cream, cream cheese, and condensed milk all mixed together, coating the bowl. So we're going to use this to wipe around the outside, and then we're going to use it to fold in the fresh fruit salad. What do I mean by fold? I mean we're folding a sheet of paper or folding a towel, just gently turning it from one side to the other. Why this word fold? Well, we don't want to mix it. We don't want to beat it. We don't want to damage the fruit. We just want to fold the liquid so that it covers all of the fruit, because we're going to freeze it. So folding is a good technique when you don't want to damage the food that you're working with. Let's get a bit of a closer look. So first I'm going to use the spatula, just the baker, to get the rest of the salad. Look, see how much is left lining that bowl. We could have thrown that away. In England, we probably would have thrown that away. But here in the Philippines, we use every last drop of everything. This bowl is actually quite heavy to hold with one hand, so I'm going to put it down now. So let me show you this folding technique. I'm going to move it from one side to the other. I'm going to move it from this side. I'm going to move it from this side. So I'm just folding the cream mixture into the fruit. And you'll see now the fruit is changing colour. It's going white because it's got this mixture all over it. But I've not damaged the fruit. I'm not breaking the fruit. I'm just folding the mixture in. Can you see the peaches as well in there? So we've got the peaches, the apple, the fruit salad. So this really is delicious. Sarap, bonga, because we've got a nice mixture of fruit, and then we've got this creamy mixture that is holding it all together. but because it's Christmas time when we're making this for, it's supposed to be, you know, cold outside, frozen snow and ice. That's our traditional image of Christmas, unless of course you're in Australia, where you're sitting on the beach on Christmas Day. So the whole idea of the salad now is that we're going to freeze it, so it's a frozen salad. Nearly forgot my 8 maraschino cherries for decoration. So we're going to take those and put them on the top of this frozen salad. I didn't add the lemon zest. Remember the lemon that we used to stop the apple going brown? We could have taken the skin of the lemon, grated it, and added the zest in just to add a lemony, zingy flavour. But I didn't bother with that today. Doesn't that look delicious? Or, as they say in the Philippines, sarap. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some cling film over the top of it, just to make sure that nothing gets into it. Then we're going to put it in the freezer. We're going to leave it in the freezer for 12 hours overnight. It's now 6 p.m, so that'll take us till 6 a.m. And Joanna is coming for breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm going to make her some spicy prawns, gambas, and then I'm going to give her this frozen fruit salad, and we'll film the tasting live with a independent guest. Okay, I pay her fees and everything like that, and she's likely to say it's nice because I'm her tatai, but, you know, relatively independent. So, coming up next, the tasting. Just before the tasting, I want to show you this cling film. I bought this in Bahrain from Lulu store, and it just fits nicely on my chopping board, my free gift from Rodell Furniture. Thank you once again. And I can pull the cling film right over the bowl here. I can stretch it from side to side. It's just wide enough for this bowl if I stretch it a little bit. And then I can take my knife and I can cut. It does have a serrated edge on the box, but it's not very good because I've been using it a lot. I'm not quite sure when this is going to run out. I've been using this for about a year now. And that's it. It's covered. It's hygienic. It's safe. I'll put the cling film back in for another day. And let's put it into the freezer. When I came here, there was a very small refrigerator, and Maggie, my landlady, kindly lent it to me for a few weeks because I was having difficulty transferring my money from the UK to pay for new equipment. And then I went to Robinson's Electrical Equipment to buy this beautiful freezer, or one like this. It had an ice crusher, and it had an ice dispenser in the door and a cold water dispenser, which was marvellous. However, they messed me around with the prices. You can read about that in my worst customer service in Palawan blog. And when I spoke to Maggie, my landlady, she said, go to DES, Duke E Salam. And I bought this from there, and it was one of the best things I've ever bought. It has a huge freezer section. It has an alarm that you can probably just hear going off because I'm leaving the door open here. It has on the fridge side the actual temperatures, so I can constantly monitor what the temperature is. There's enough room for all of my drinks, hello stuff, ready-made food like my prawns, my pork dumplings from Gracie, my bacon, the chicken liver that I use for Chester, and we always now keep a spare chicken liver here in the freezer as well, so that we've always got a continuous supply. My fresh strawberries from Baguio, which I've been getting through like mad. They're absolutely delicious. And all my sauces. My naughty cheese section down here, which I get from Porto Deli. We were there today just stocking up on cheeses. All my sauces, which I keep in here because it's about 31 degrees in this kitchen. Let's just have a look at the scales. 29 currently. This is 6 o'clock in the evening. Then we've got all our beautiful Turkish jams, peanut butter, jam from Cavite, Antonio's. And then we've got our drinks down here, our cold water, our Sprite, etc. And we've got more supplies in these big drawers, and all the fruit and veg down at the bottom here. I've just bought some puff pastry today. I keep all my sauces in here, all my chilies in here, So they're ready to use. I've got chicken stock in here. And now you'll see, if I can just work out where it is. Oh, over a bit and up a bit, Neil. There was another program in the UK TV called The Golden Shot, where they had this crossbow and arrow fitted to the TV camera. And you had to tell the TV camera, up a bit, left a bit, right a bit, fire! And then when you fired, it'd tell you whether you actually got it right. The really clever thing about this freezer is it gets so angry when you leave the door open for too long that the lights actually flash. You might see that in just a second. So here's my bowl. It fits perfectly into one shelf of the freezer section, and we're going to leave that there for 12 hours, and then we'll do the tasting with Joanna tomorrow. Come on, lights, flash. I just told everyone you flash. How about that, eh? Isn't that wonderful? So the lights flash and there's a bleeping sound in case you're deaf, so that you know that the fridge door is open. Maybe if you're blind as well, you wouldn't know that the fridge door was open, but then you'd hear the alarm. So either way, it keeps all of our food at the right temperatures. It's 4 degrees in the fridge, minus 17 in the freezer. It should be 5 and it should be minus 20. So we're going to shut this door now and bring it down to the right. So a very important part of the procedure for this dish is 2 hours before you're going to serve it. So it's now 8:30 a.m. the next day, and we're going to serve it around 10:30 a.m. is we open our freezer door. Oh, it's already gone. And we take out our frozen salad. This is what happens when you do things without the camera on. And we move it into our fridge. So here you can see it. It's completely frozen, including the cling film on the top. And it now needs to thaw a little bit, because otherwise it'll just be one solid lump of ice and we won't be able to eat it. So we leave our frozen salad in the fridge for 2 hours before we're going to serve it. Make a note in your diary, set your alarm on your phone, just don't.
Wow, it's really good.